everyone, welcome to HOA Fight Club. Today I would like to talk about why I believe there are predatory HOAs. We all know, or we get all the warnings about predatory lenders and those kind of companies that take advantage of consumers, but there's never anything about a predatory HOA. And I think it's really important that we point out why we believe that there are predatory HOAs, and because they consist of a board and a property manager usually and an attorney, and there's a lot of collusion in there. And so we, the homeowners, are trying to point out what is the reason that we think they're predatory. Now, I'm going to read this. I shared my screen here. It says the association board is hindering your ability to repay the debt. It is using unfair and abusive tactics to strip you of the equity in your home by using high fees and interest rates. This is cruel and unusual punishment to take your home. So we are told to know the enemy when we are doing our lending, when we go to it. And predatory lending benefits the lender and ignores or hinders the borrower's ability to repay a debt. So let's just stop there and just think about that. So it benefits the lender. So if the association does add fines and fees and tries to hurt the homeowner by instilling a lot of high fees, that would take advantage of the homeowner and make it so that they couldn't meet up to the financial terms of the debt. Now, the homeowners, when they sign into these corporations, a lot of the governing documents are written in the 1980s or 70s, and so they are very old. And some of them do have low fees, like a $15 late fee per month or a $10 late fee. But the goal in HOA shouldn't be to make it difficult for the homeowner to pay the loan back. It should be as easy as possible to pay that loan, because really the HOA only depends on that monthly payment. So if the homeowner is making their monthly payment and yet they get a $50 fine, there's really no reason for a late fee for that fine, because that's not going to make it better. What's going to make it better is to actually cause the homeowner to change what they did wrong. And by doing that, you have to be fair and make them and talk to them. You have to become more of a community leader, like a mayor, because we're giving them the municipality. So this is a good way to keep them above getting the treatment that they deserve, because the board is, they are the kings and queens. When you're on the board, you have the say for everything. So we need to know what is predatory. We need to point out why we think it's predatory. So let's just take this. I'm using this homeowners register just because it's recent and I've been working on it. So you'll notice in 2019, the fees were for a late fee for a payment was $15. So that's great. It was fine. The person's trying to catch up. There's a lot of conflict in between this homeowner and the association. Payments weren't being applied appropriately at the right times, and there's a bunch of other stuff going on. But let's just forget what the totals are, and let's just look at the late fees and the interest rates and the fines and fees. So the first thing I want to point out is, if you see over here, it says association assessment shortage. So surplus, March 2020 special assessment. So they charged a $2,000 special assessment. The association did, because the association can't pay its bills. So this homeowner can't pay your bills, but she's going to lose her home if she doesn't do it. But the association, if they can't pay the bills, they just charge a special assessment. So $2,000 in that month for a special assessment. Then they were charging for some NSF things, because I explained earlier there was a $1,200 mishap somewhere. They were charging their late fees. Now, these late fees were voted in by 2 board members. There was not a quorum at this meeting. There's only 6 owners, so it does make it difficult, but it's just something to look at. They went in, they changed the interest rates. Now, the interest rates they decided on and the fees are so outrageous. It's really making it hard for this homeowner to be able to pay back the HOA. So that is one reason why I feel that it's predatory. We're making it impossible. So let's look at these fees. Now, there's a late fee for the dues at $59.40, and then there's a special assessment late fee of $200 a month. Well, $260 is already enough. That's extra month. This is now $2,000 for the special assessment. The late fees, let's go to the next month. Oh, it's another $2,000 special assessment. So this special assessment just keeps going every month. So now remember, you're paying the dues of $594, and then the special assessment, and $200 for a late fee, and $60 for this fee, and then an additional management, so disciplinary hearing. They had to mail out a disciplinary hearing. So this board cannot balance its own budget, but it's being predatory when it comes to collecting for someone else. They are making it so difficult for this homeowner to catch up that she'll never be able to catch up because they just keep adding fees. We're going to keep going because down here is another fee they added on per month. So this is a fee for $10 per day per offense of whatever they thought she did wrong. So now we've got it up to $840 a month. I know it goes clear up to about $960 a month for some of these. So, these are just the fees that they add on to make a homeowner go past due. And these fees, so if you can add the attorney fees, so that if this homeowner does go past due, let's just say their assessments are past due, they have a $400 assessment for the month that's past due. The board doesn't get it by the 15th of the month. The first thing they do is hire the attorney. So that in itself is $3,000. Then if they can't collect because now they've added the $200 late fee or this fee or that fee, they're putting so many fees on these homeowners that they cannot afford to pay the debt. Now, not being able to pay the debt is one thing, but if these homeowners can't pay the debt to the association, they lose their homes in 90 days. Non-judicial foreclosure happens. I mean, it's just like that, they can take that home. So these are predatory. They can foreclose in 90 days. So what these boards and attorneys are doing is that's what they're doing to put people into this debt that they can never get out of. Now, this homeowner, I think, owns her home. So when they actually get the home, they're going to auction it off. The association, I'm sure, will buy it and they will sell it for millions, which will solve their issue of not being able to pay the bills. Those special assessments for this homeowner, they go on and on and on. There are so many fees for this homeowner. They go on for months. The special assessment ends up going to $3,333.33 a month. They are so poorly budgeting their account in the association that they're charging a homeowner, hopefully to, in my opinion, to foreclose on the homeowner, be able to get her home, be able to auction it off, be able to pull the association out of the debt it's in because the board mismanaged the money and didn't know how to budget. And so they're penalizing this homeowner to make it right. This is one of the only homeowners that lives actually at the site. It's in Redondo Beach. It's a beautiful area and they are all investors. So they're going to do this, whatever it takes to do this. Now, I do have the problem with a property manager also being a part of this because that property manager helped guide them to changing the CC&Rs. He sees these kind of fees. I mean, the property manager should be going, look, we want to make sure that this isn't crazy. We want the homeowner to stay in their home. So to do this, we have to work with the homeowners, not plan on how you're going to take the homeowner's home. And this home is supposed to be up for auction by Friday. And I think it's very unethical and unlawful. And I would hope that knowing what we know about predatory lenders, that we can have predatory attorneys and property managers that are willing to help a board steal people's homes for their own personal reasons or personal gains. And they say it's what's best for the association. But when you have, I've owned more than one corporation, an S Corp, and I had business partners. And when I voted out one business partner, the attorney for the corporation said, I can't represent any of you. You all need to get your own attorneys. And he represented the association and did what was best for the association, my corporation. So why can't our HOA attorneys be our first line of defense, tell the board that they're wrong, tell the board that they're being unreasonable, and help them understand how to run a property and keep people in their homes? Why is this so difficult for us to understand? We are paying more in attorney fees for each condo and HOA than we are for our own dues. Half the time, most of the time, I would say a huge percentage of the time, it's not the assessment that puts these homeowners into foreclosure. It is the fines and the fees and the attorney fees that are allowed to be added without any courts or due process. And these people are taking our homes for a reason. Have you ever known an HOA attorney or condo attorney that is not making good money? They get paid no matter what, whether they're right or wrong. So this is motive for them to do what they're doing, to pass these kind of laws, to take our homes in 90 days in foreclosure with no due process, nothing from the homeowner. They don't even need evidence. They can just put a lien on it and take it because they have power of attorney over your home. If that isn't predatory, I don't know what is. All right, you guys, I'll see you on the next one.